Hi, welcome to Faith, Flavor, and Favor, where we nourish the body and feed the soul. My name is Erica, and I cook simple, easy meals. And I talk about life, faith, and God. So whether you're here for the food, encouragement, or both, just know you're always welcome at my table. Okay, so for today, I am cheating because I'm tired. I just got home from work after grocery shopping. So I'm gonna cook these Italian sausages. I'm gonna crumble them up. I am going to put in this tortellini. And then I'm still debating on if I want to use the broccoli or the spinach. Now that I think about it, I think the spinach. Hold on. Okay, I decided to pull out the frozen spinach because I'm all about making my meals easy, quick, and delicious. So, let's get started. Okay, so I love to start with onion, bell pepper. If I have carrots. So I'm cheating again because I don't have time to be chopping up nothing. Today is Tuesday. When you guys watch this, I don't know what day it will be, but I cook during the week and on Sundays to meal prep because I don't like to leave my campus to go try to find something, and everything around my campus is fast food, and I'm not a big fast food eater. I'm very picky, and I prefer to cook my own food because I know what I like and I know I'm gonna eat it and not waste my money. So I'm just pouring some of this. This is the onions, carrots, and celery. I'm just gonna put that in there. I think that's a good amount. I'm gonna turn on the stove, and guys, my kitchen, it's not the cleanest right now. So I just got back from the grocery store. That was interesting. I'm still trying to figure out how I spent $120. Yeah. So I am going to open up the Italian sausage, and I'm just going to remove the casing off the sausages, okay? And then I'm just gonna crumble it up in the pan with the onions, carrots, and bell pepper. So all I do, I cheat. I just squeeze it out. So I will crumble it up once I get it all in there. For now, I just slide it right on out, and that's all I do. And so it will cook with the onions and bell pepper and celery. And then I'm gonna put some seasoning in there, okay? But for now, this is the tricky part. It's a little slippery. I didn't feel like getting out gloves, so I'll just turn around, wash my hands. That'll be quick too. Okay, guys, I hope you're having a good day because it's been a very interesting day for me. I don't know if I told you, but I'm a school counselor this school year. So I've taught a little everything. My specialty is special ed. I've done that for over 20 years. The last time I was in the classroom, what was it, 2016, I think? Okay, something along those lines. So I've taught SPED, special education. I teach those who need the most support, those who are nonverbal, those who need to be taught basic life skills like cooking, cleaning, washing, bathing, washing their hair, washing their face, brushing their teeth. I teach those types of how to grocery shop, how to manage money, all the things. So that's what I love special ed because I learned so much from them. They're the best. You can be having the worst day. They just come in and they're just so full of joy. They're so thankful. They're so grateful. I always tell them I learned so much from you despite of the challenges that they face. They remain positive. Their spirits are just as bright and flourishing despite of what their peers say, despite of what, unfortunately, some adults say, because all adults are not nice. And so this year, I'm going to wash my hands real quick, but this year, I decided to do school counseling. Although I've been certified for what, 25 years maybe? So, it's been fun. I'm just going to say I'm thankful. Yeah, middle school guys will try you. My preference is high school. That's my preference. I'm at an elementary, middle school this year. Elementary is elementary. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's the middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Oh my God. Those babies are full of baloney. Now, all I'm doing, I am just breaking up the meat. And that'll have to go in the trash. I'm just breaking up the meat into smaller pieces. And then I'm going to throw some seasoning in there. And then I'm also kind of stirring around the onion, the bell pepper, and the celery. And the meat does not have to be perfect. We just want it in smaller pieces. Can you guys see that? I'm sorry, I don't want y'all to be looking all at me. It's not about me, people. It's about the food. It's about the food. Break it up into smaller pieces. And so we just want to get that incorporated with that onion and bell pepper and carrots. I love the flavor. I'm going to add some seasonings because when I put the sauce in there, it doesn't have a lot of flavor for me. I believe in seasoning as you go to make sure you're not over salting, because I do not like salty food. I really try to be careful of what I eat. What I really wanted to cook today was salmon, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. And my Kroger's did not have the salmon that I was looking for. And I wanted fresh salmon. And so I went to the next best thing. I said, okay, I need something easy peasy. I'm not trying to be in the kitchen all day. So this is a quick meal because everything is basically done for you. Nothing's going to take long to cook because I do love tortellini. That takes no time. The frozen spinach takes no time, guys. So all I have to do is add, and I'm going to add on Alfredo sauce. That's going to be dinner, which is also going to be lunch. I don't know about you guys, but I like to cook breakfast for dinner. Fun fact, I don't eat breakfast in the morning. I never have been a big breakfast eater. So, coffee is my breakfast. I think this would be better. Yeah, coffee has always been my breakfast. And when I have lunch, that's usually my first meal of the day. And that works for me. I don't recommend it, but that's what works for me. Because I'm up very early in the mornings to get ahead of the traffic because I live like 30-some minutes away from my school. So hopefully you guys have been having an amazing day. I'm thankful. I try to remain grateful because things do not go always as planned. Let's throw a little onion powder in here, okay? Even though we have some onions in there, I love onions. So I'm generous with the onion powder. Generous. You can never have too much onion, in my opinion. I always add garlic. Okay, I like garlic, but I don't like garlic like that. I love onions. So, I'm just going to mix those in for now so it's not just a big block sitting in the middle of the pan. So that can start cooking down in there with those vegetables, that onion and bell pepper and carrots. I am mixing all those things while I am breaking up this Italian sweet sausage, okay? Get in there. Alrighty, we got somebody trying to escape the skillet. What is that? Okay. Guys, I am so animated. I am trying to be, as some of my coworkers would say, normal. But if you know, in special ed, you have to have a personality. You have to be flexible. You cannot go in with your way because you can plan all day, but the students really dictate the day. And you set the tone. So you got to be okay when things don't go as planned, or we got to take a detour because somebody's having a moment. We might have to delay some things, put it off for later in the day or the next day, and that's okay. Okay? Now for some more seasoning. Guys, my little students, my middle school friends are, I love Tony. They are something, guys. The drama middle school kids keep up. Ooh, girl. Ooh. And I don't have children, so I wasn't like that in middle school, but I was a rule follower, but okay. Paprika. And I always try to put a little turmeric in anything that I cook, just for some benefit. Then I love to put a dash of cinnamon, okay? And then I'm going to stir all this up. Oh, that's plenty. Almost forgot that cinnamon. We're not pouring everything in there. We're going to mix all this up and let those... Oh, the smell. Oh, my God, that smells so good. Oh, my goodness. When you start blending all these seasonings together, the aroma that it has in here is divine. It's a very good aroma happening in this pan. All those seasonings are saying, hey, how are ya? Where have you been? So, I'm going to cook this meat until it's browned, well done. And plus this gives the seasonings time to come together and do their thing. And I did put a little avocado oil at the bottom of the pan, just so we wouldn't have things starting off too rocky. Just a smidge. Don't need a lot. And so I'm just going to keep stirring this until it is nice and done, where the meat is getting cooked all the way through. And I am breaking up some of the pieces that are larger, because once the meat is done all the way, I will be adding the Alfredo sauce. And then I'll add the frozen spinach in, and then I will add the tortellini in. Can you guys see that? Let me see if I can get you guys a little closer. So that's what we're looking like. So we want to make sure that's cooked all the way through. It smells so delicious. Adding a hint of cinnamon, oh my God, it just takes it to the next level. It makes people who eat your food say, there's something in it. What is that I'm tasting? Because it always throws people off. Like, I never thought to put cinnamon in my meat. Cinnamon does wonders, and cinnamon actually has some very good health benefits, as well as turmeric. So, just a side note. I am not an expert, guys. I'm just someone who loves to cook, someone who has to cook, because I take lunch to work every day. Again, I don't go out because everything around me is fast food. And number one, I don't eat from any of them that's around me. And then I'm very, very picky, and I have a lot of food allergies. So, to alleviate wasting my lunch hour, I bring lunch every day. So I try to meal prep on Sundays, right? To make things easier, I have to figure out what I'm going to cook and then plan accordingly. So, put a little Himalayan salt. 1, 2, 3. Plenty. Love that for us. A little black pepper. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So remember I told you guys I season as I cook. So when I add the Alfredo sauce and I put the spinach in, I'm going to let that cook for a couple of minutes. And then we'll do a taste test to see where we are seasoning-wise. And so, this is smelling so good. And right now, guys, I would make some cinnamon rolls. However, I'm challenging myself. For no sweets. I am not a big sweet eater unless it's candy. Guys, and I like the children's candy, the nerd clusters, lemon heads, things that I grew up eating. And so I have a sweet tooth when it comes to those type of candies. I'm not a big chocolate person. I'm not a cake pie person. I do like certain cakes. I like certain pies. I like very few cookies. I'm an oatmeal raisin cookie, but Outside of that, I'm really not into cookies. However, candy is my weakness, so Starbucks used to sell a cinnamon roll called the Morning Bun, and it was not that sweet. It was perfect. However, it did not sell, so they discontinued it. So I make my own cinnamon rolls now. So I'm going to get the Alfredo sauce, and I'm going to add almond milk in there, and I'm going to add some spinach. Okay, so let me get some of these things out of the way. Me and dairy are not friends, so I do almond milk. Let's just clear our space a little bit. And so it does not affect the flavor of the food. It works out perfectly, just in case you're wondering. So our meat looks nice and brown. I'm liking this. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Some pieces are getting crispy. That makes me happy. I'm really tempted to just take a little piece. I'll test it for you guys. Oh, that's nice. So, I am going to add, not going to add that one. Okay. I am going to add almond milk, spinach, I'm going to make sure my heat is on medium heat. We're probably going to use all of this because I will add my Alfredo sauce, and I'll probably use half of a pan. But I also want to cook the tortellini. So I'm just going to mix all this together. Okay. Okay, let me get my sauce. Uh-oh. Where is my sauce? There it is. Okay. Alfredo sauce, nothing fancy smancy. Okay, about that much. Okay, guys, I'm very bad at measuring. I am not a big measurer. I just cook to, I think, oh, that should work. And if it doesn't, we can always add. I've been cooking since I was, what, 8? So my mom had me in the kitchen very early. She used to bake with me. I love spending that time with my mommy. I didn't like cleaning the dishes, though. Guys, is that weird? I don't know. And we had a dishwasher, but my dad insisted that my brother and I were the dishwasher. Who does that? Jesus. I'm like, we have a dishwasher. Why can't we use it? And my dad was like, no. You guys are good washing dishes by hand. We're not going to waste that water for these few dishes. Usually it was a few dishes. We just didn't want to wash by hand. However, we did it. In my generation, because I'm older, you do what you're told. We don't do the other stuff. I'm trying to break up this spinach because that's going to be a huge block. Okay. Come on. And so, I don't know about you guys, but I was taught, honor your mother and father that your days may be long upon the earth. My parents, yeah, they worked hard. They instilled morals and values in us and taught us that we had to be productive citizens. We have to earn everything that we have. Nobody owes you anything. And there are no sad stories. So you guys see that I've added the spinach. See how I cheat, guys? I cheat. So that's going to continue to cook down. Now I'm going to add these tortellini into our sauce because I think it only takes just a couple of minutes, actually. It does not take long for them to be done. I can't remember. Let's see if I can get the package open. Oh, I can never get the packages. Sheesh. I'm just trying to get this open and I'm struggling. scissors. Let me get scissors because I can't get it open. Ay, ay, ay. My hand strength is. Whew. Sheesh. What's happening to me? Oh my gosh. So, I'm just going to chop a few of those, about half the bag probably, into a couple more. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Put about a half a bag of those in there, and I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to turn down the fire to low. Let that simmer, let everything get together. And I'm going to come back and do a taste test to see if we need to add anything. And I'm trying to break up this block of spinach so it can go ahead and melt down in there. And so, alrighty, I'm just trying to break it up a little more before I put the top on there. And I don't know about you. I used to teach science, guys. I used to teach biology. I've taught aquatic science. And so I don't know why I had the most fun when we were doing experiments. I'm a hands-on person, guys. And so the messier, the better. And I don't like to be a messy cook, but sometimes it's kind of fun when things are kind of going. It's like, oh my God, wait a minute. They're jumping out of the pan. Help. I told you guys I was animated. So, alrighty, this is looking better. That block of spinach is starting to break up even more, and which I really want. So it's not just, yeah, look how small it is now. So yeah, that's what I want. We're gonna let this cook. I'm gonna cook down the temperature. Probably put it right there, and I'm gonna put the top on it. Just stirring everything around. Let them get happy together in their little sauna. I'm just gonna put a top on. Okay. I'm gonna set the timer for about 5 minutes. And I'm gonna start putting things up, guys, so I can at least make an effort to clean as I go. Now, let's see how I'm gonna do this. Guys, today was one of those days where I questioned my life. I questioned, so you thought this was a good idea. You decided to be a school counselor. Guys, they gave me a run for my money today. Yes. They gave me a run for my money today. So, but, you know, in all seriousness, I am happy that I get to pour into students who are going through rough times, to be that listening ear and just to be present. Just like when we're going through things, we don't always want someone to give us the answer. We just want them to be present. Maybe even give us a little feedback. But I think it's weird for people when we have that awkward silence and we feel the urge to, well, let me just say something. Sometimes just sitting with my students, letting them vent, letting them get whatever's on their chest off, it is very productive. So when they do return to class, they don't get riled back up, so to speak. Because sometimes if you rush them through the process and be like, okay, come on, you've been sitting here for 10 minutes, you're not talking, go back to class. That doesn't work. I believe, personally, I treat people the way I want to be treated. So if I'm going through something, I don't want to be rushed. And if I sense that you're rushing me, I'm automatically shutting down. I'm not going to keep talking to you, and I probably won't ever come to you again. So that's my little brain. And so just sitting with a student today, my heart go out to them. I wish I could fix home for so many of my students, and unfortunately I can't. All I can do is pray, and I tell them, you can only control you. You tell God all about it. I don't care what your mom has done. I don't care what your dad has done. I don't care what your siblings have done. Whatever mistakes any one of your families make, that doesn't have to be you. You get the opportunity to work on the best version of you. If you see doing the wrong thing doesn't get you anywhere, following in their footsteps is probably not the best thing to do. And so I really try to be intentional about listening, picking up social cues, those body language where it's like, Maybe this is a day that I just sit and let them sit in silence. Maybe today we don't talk. And when I ask, they be like, I can do that? Yes. I know that's not common because it's not common for administrators. They feel like, well, you're the counselor. You got to blah, 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 blah. In counseling, you have to be patient. You don't rush the process because if you rush the process, they're not going to be their true, authentic self. They will not get any benefits from coming and visiting with you. They will return back to class the same way they came in. So, it's interesting how life works. I used to say I'd never be a school counselor. And my dad always tells me, never say never. Clearly he was right. Who would have thought that I would have been a school counselor this year? It's very interesting because this was not my career path I would have chosen. I want to be a nurse. That's what I really want to do. However, nursing does not have programs where you could work and then maybe do classes at night or do clinicals on the weekend. And even those who have the part-time, it collides with my work schedule. So, I have learned in life just to be thankful where you are. I'm where I'm at for a reason. I don't believe God makes mistakes. I believe God takes everything that happens in our life and he turns it for our good. It may not feel good at that moment. The job may not be the job you want. You may not be getting treated fairly. You may get overlooked. You may be abused, overlooked for promotions, whatever the case may be. Your salary may not be what you actually deserve. Guys, I have seen God work in my favor. And I'm thankful that he did it because nobody can take credit for it. And I was like, wow. Thank you, timer. We love to go off. So, life happens, guys. Life happens. Let's look. Let's see what's going on with our food. Let's see. I'm going to point you guys down. Ooh, that little pot is hot. And I don't know why I think I have built-in mitts. I don't know why I touch everything hot. I don't know, guys. So we just want to stir it around. Make sure everything is getting coated in that yummy sauce. Make sure that spinach is being spread around evenly. And I am going to taste this because I need to see what needs to be added. Are we good or what? And so let me get a spoon or a fork. What am I going to get? I'll get a spoon. Guys, don't judge me for this plastic spoon. I take these to work. Okay. I want to taste a little spinach. I just want to see the flavor. I want to see the flavor of this. Okay. We need something. What do we mean? We're missing something. We are at a good place. I need something. What do I need to add to this? I like where we're going. I'm loving the sauce. The sauce is perfect. I don't know. Is it my basil? Oh my God, did I forget to buy basil? I think I did. Hold on, guys. Oh I got basil. I have basil. Whee! Okay. Basil is my favorite. Okay, let me be honest how I really do it when I'm not on camera. I just pour. I love basil. I love the aroma of basil. I love everything about basil. It's the best. I know a lot of people love cilantro, and I do like cilantro. I love basil. I can't tell you how many times I go through basil. And it smells so good. Anytime you add it to your food, oh my goodness. Let's get that stirred in there, okay? Oh, yes, that is looking good, guys. Can you see that? Look at that, guys. I'm gonna get me another spoon and I'm gonna taste and see. I might add a little more salt. I try not to do a lot of salt. I am an asthmatic. However, outside of that, I am not wanting to be on any medication. Thankfully, I'm not on any, and I'm trying to avoid being on any. So let me taste this before I add salt. Let's see if that did anything. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. So, we do need a little salt. And this is Himalayan salt. I love Himalayan salt. I try not to be heavy-handed with that salt because I understand it's not good for your blood pressure. And I want to be mindful of that. I'm very thankful for the health that I have. And I am trying to work on this year taking care of my temple, because we can get very busy with life. I'll be working a second job again. Like, you get busy. And I don't know about you guys, but I always put myself last. And it's like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, oh, I'll do it the next day. And before you know it, you have not actually taken care of yourself until something happens. And I don't want that to be my story. I don't want that to be my story. Guys, I'm waiting for my little tester spoons to come because I love testing food. Okay. Yes, there we are. Guys, this is ready. It only takes tortellini very few minutes to cook. This was not frozen. So the sauce, we just needed the sauce to get warm. And the spinach has wilted and melted. That is all that we need. This meal is done. So I'm going to turn off the oven. If I was not at work today, I would have made me some rolls and I would have showed you guys. I told you guys I love bread. I love bread. Fresh bread. Oh my God, out of the oven. This is delicious. Guys, let me see. Where's my favorite bowl? Where's my favorite bowl? Maybe it's in here. Is it in here? No, for once it's not in the dishwasher. Oh. Is anybody like, oh, here it is. I don't know about you guys. I will wash dishes and then put the dishes in the dishwasher to dry. This is like one of my favorite bowls. So, I am going to serve myself some. Okay. And then guess what I'm going to do? I am going to top mine with a little more basil, because I think I told you guys, I like basil. So, and I want to give a special shout out to my friend Marianne. When I lived in Toronto, she always told me, Erica, you love cooking. She said I could watch you cook, because I used to prepare a lot of meals in front of her and I would cook for her and I. Oh my gosh, she always told me to do this. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Nobody wants to see me. What are you talking about, little lady? Well, Marianne, here's to you. Yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy, tummy, tummy. Guys, delicious, quick, easy meal for your work week. Quick dinner that you can prep with things. I'm all about making it easy, simple. Ingredients, love this. I don't feel guilty about any of this. And so, let me finish chewing, guys. I'm sorry, I don't want to be chewing in your ear. Wow, that is very tasty. I'm just gonna have to sip myself. I'm sorry, guys. So, I want to just encourage you guys. Things may not be going the way that you prefer for it to go. And I understand life happens. I live in a state where my parents are not in this state. They're still in my home state of Texas. I'm in Michigan. So, things don't always go as planned. But that's okay. Because at the end of the day, nothing catches God by mistake. Let me end with a prayer. Quick prayer. Dear God, we just thank you for today. We thank you for food. We thank you for our life, our health, and our strength. We thank you for our daily provisions. We thank you for being a loving God. We thank you for being a God of new beginnings. Lord, we just thank you for your presence. Lord, I ask that you bless each and every one who is watching this video. Encourage their heart, meet their need. In your son, Jesus' name, amen. Guys, just know that God loves you. He has not forgotten about you. God sees you. God will open up doors where your enemies won't be able to close. People who think, people who think, oh, well, they don't deserve that or they don't need that. God will work for you right in front of your enemies. The Bible says, stand still and see the salvation of God. He is fighting your battles. He's fighting when you don't see it, when nothing looks like it's changing. He's always working. So with that, guys, I'm looking here because I always forget what to say. Until next time, keep cooking with faith and seasoning life with gratitude. Be blessed. Bye for now. Bye-bye.